Welcome, everybody, back to another episode of Twin Flames Fix My Vibes, where we teach you all about the importance of learning your lessons and fixing your vibes. And I am your co-host, Janine, along with my beautiful co-host, Miss Kisha.
Hello.
Not only is she my co-host, she is also my bestie. She is
Yes, I
also
am.
my twin flame. She is also an intuitive. Together, we are registered nurses, and we teach everybody about the importance of the vibrational scale and how we can learn our lessons and win at this amazing life that we have.
Yes,
right?
definitely.
And how it's not all about, it's about succeeding
It is.
and achieving
And winning.
and winning.
And winning. Because we were all sent here to win.
We were all sent
Not
here to
like
win.
Lotto. It's not a chosen few. We were all sent here to win.
No, but how do we win?
By watching Fix My Vibe and Truth Be Told conversations.
I would concur. I agree with that. For sure.
We had the missing keys.
Exactly. And if you want to know more about learning how to win, then make sure you visit us at Uplift Healing Centers or Uplift Vibrational Wellness Center, where we have all the information and all the tools that you need so that way you can learn the importance of raising your vibration and winning at this game called life, because we know it's not easy. We had to learn the hard way, and we want to make sure that you don't have to do it the hard way. And we have a great guest on the show. Welcome, everybody, to the show, Miss Anna.
Yay! You look beautiful. How are you?
You guys do too. I'm good. I'm happy to be with y'all.
Thank you.
Raise my vibrations with y'all. I'm excited to
Amen
hear
to
and
that.
learn and everything.
Well, thank you, Anna, for joining us. Anna, just tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us where you're from.
Okay, so yes, like she said, my name is Anna. I am from the DMV. I'm also a military brat. My father was a Marine. So I've lived in a lot of different places, but currently I live in Maryland. And, I am a stay at home mom at the moment. I have one son, Nazir. And yeah, that's who I am.
So why did you want to visit the Twin Flames? What do you need to raise your vibration for? What's this all about?
So I have transitioned from being, I guess you would call it a career woman, to being a wife and a stay-at-home mom. I have a huge support network around me, but I can't help but feel like something is missing, as far as just what I'm used to being, what I'm used to doing, and the path that I previously was on and thought I would continue to be on, even through becoming a wife and becoming a mother. I thought that was just going to be like, oh, yes, I checked those boxes that I always wanted to check. And now here I am, like, not working. So, yeah.
So how long have you been out of work?
So I've been out of work since October 2019, technically, as far as full-time work goes. I have done some contracting jobs and temp jobs, here and there, but and I was blessed to have virtual opportunities, and some of which were all aligned with where I wanted to grow in my career. I have a background in marketing. And so I wanted to grow in social media and event planning, and brand marketing. And so I was able to do that. But all of the gigs were short lived, unfortunately, because they were, that's what I signed up for, so to speak. And so I started that, I started doing the social media stuff a little bit, through a contact I had at my old job that helped me with some projects I did at my old job, my old corporate job. And he gave me a lot of opportunities. He was great. And then I was able to move on through someone who knew me from my old job to this event planning, gig that I did over the last couple of years. For the last 3 years, I would do brand, activations at different cities like Atlanta and Las Vegas. And that was really great and really, I guess, self-esteem boosting, that I was going in the right place, but nothing was set in stone as far as continued full-time employment. And so it's been tough financially, dealing with that, as
Mm-hmm.
well as, you know, being a mom as well and having to be heavily involved with my son's needs.
Okay.
Okay. And so I just want to be transparent here because
Yes.
I know some people are watching this saying, wait a minute, they're related. So I just want to make sure everybody knows that this is my prima. I call her prima because
Yes.
we're both from Panama.
Prima.
So prima is cousin in Spanish. And
Yes.
so, and I just want to make people aware because someone might be watching and say, well, you guys know each other. So like, why does she need some therapy like from you per se? But Anna has Anastasia. You mind me saying Anastasia?
No, I
Anastasia.
don't.
Anastasia has followed Janine and I's career, and because we've been working at this way before we started the podcast, and you were familiar with the things that we do, and then you saw Sparkle's video, and you were like, "Okay, sign me up." So I just want to just make sure everyone. Yes, yes. So now, can you just tell us?
But before you say that, I
yes.
just wanted to interject. I think that that's really cool that you stepped up and you were brave enough to be able to come on the show, and that you guys are cousins. I really want the world to understand that yes, you guys are cousins, and they may critique the fact that you guys are cousins. But Kisha and I have went through our own healing journey, and it's really important to know that as you go through your own healing journey, that you have to heal yourself, and then you move on and you heal your family next.
Yes.
There's a path to this.
Yes.
You heal yourself first, you heal your close relationships, and you start to heal your family, and it moves outward, and then you can heal your community, and so on and so forth.
Exactly.
So this is where we are at now.
Yes.
So congrats, sis.
Yeah, thank you.
Both of you guys.
Hey, let me give you a joke because you know I'm always, joking about stuff. So I have this ongoing thing I tell family members, like way before we did the podcast, when you and I first got enlightened, and I was excited about all this information I was getting from the other side. And I would tell family members, like, listen, when you pass away and you get to the other side, don't you crack your lips and say, had I known all of this.
You do.
And then I'm like, don't come up to me in heaven saying, Kisha, had you told me this, I would never have to, it might have stopped me from having to go back down to earth and doing this life again. So that's why I tell people, I don't care if you swallow the pill or not, I'm going to give you this information. This is what I tell my family, I'm going to give you this information. Am I right or wrong? And if you want to take it, take it. But don't you come up to me in heaven saying, oh, you didn't tell me this and it's all your fault. I got to go back to earth. So anywho.
So now listen, now people that come on the show, we do give them free life intuitive coaching, intuitive life coaching packages. So Anna, you will be getting one after the show. Yay! So you will be getting one. Now you don't get the family discount. but everybody gets the family discount if you come on the show.
Exactly.
You're brave enough to come on and spill your tea.
And we do this with love. We don't expose you. And just to be a little more transparent, before the show, we actually ask questions and what we can discuss and what we can't discuss. And we did that with Sparkle as well.
Yeah.
So it's not just because she's my cousin. So that's for everybody.
It's for everybody.
Yeah.
So we're spreading the love.
Yep. So moving forward, can you just give us the age of your son?
Yes, he's 3.
Okay. And how long have you been married?
We've been married 5 years this year. So 4 in a few months.
Okay.
And then
all right.
In October, it'll be 5.
Okay. So thank you for explaining to us what your why you came on the show. Can you tell us what are the obstacles you've been having where you cannot move forward in your plans?
Okay, so I think that some of my obstacles have been unemployment, depression, and debt.
Okay.
And I'm glad you brought up depression. I just wanted to make sure, because we do a quick little assessment, and I know we do an assessment beforehand. Are you okay with discussing your mental health history publicly? Okay. So I just wanted to make sure that you don't have any other mental health illnesses other than depression.
No, I don't. And this is actually my first time, I believe, experience, but it'll be interesting to see what y'all say.
Uh-huh.
But this is my first time, I believe, truly experiencing depression.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Are you on any medication?
no.
Okay.
Okay. Have you spoke to a doctor yet about your depression, or
A
you
therapist,
self-diagnosed?
yes, I have a
Okay.
You
therapist.
have a therapist.
Okay,
Okay, very
good.
good. And we want to put it out there.
Yes.
Well, first and foremost, as a disclaimer, that
Yeah.
this is for entertainment purposes only. And if there is anybody that needs additional medical advice, please make sure that needs medical intervention. Please make sure that you receive appropriate medical intervention when needed. We are not
Exactly.
denouncing anyone that needs medical
Yes.
intervention. So I'm glad and congratulate you for seeking the medical advice that you needed. So,
Definitely,
Thank you.
definitely.
all right.
When would you say your depression started?
Um, I I believe it kind of really kicked in over the last 2 years. Once my son was diagnosed with autism,
Mm,
Okay.
we kind of knew that he was delayed in some of his developmental skills, but uh, he still smiled and did, like, if you know about autism, like there's little things that they're like, oh, is he not smiling back at you? Is he not doing this? Is he not doing that? So he was doing a lot of things, but there were other key things that he wasn't doing at a younger
mm,
age, like pointing, um, imitating. He had his own personality and did stuff, but like he didn't imitate as much as most other children would. Even
Yes.
when we would have him watch Miss Rachel, he enjoyed it thoroughly, but he wasn't quick to imitate things. So once we got him diagnosed by a developmental pediatrician, it was kind of like a finally, okay, I knew something was going on, so it kind of scratched the itch, but it kind of like waxed and waned after a while, where I started to feel lower and lower because of all the what ifs. So I would say that was about
Gotcha.
2 years ago.
mm.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Now, when it comes down to his diagnosis, because my next question is what is causing you to be stuck? So I think his diagnosis is a major part of it, I'm assuming. Um,
Yes.
well, and we'll get back to that. What other things are making you feel stuck? Like that you think is causing you
Again,
not
the
to?
again the depression, self doubt,
Okay.
low energy. Woo, low
Okay.
energy is a big thing for me, I think, and again, I think it goes with self doubt, low self esteem.
Okay.
I've gained a lot of weight
Yeah.
from the stress. I guess you could add stress to that list too. But
Okay.
the depression and the stress, I've allowed myself to gain a lot of weight over time. And so, my self esteem isn't there. I know I'm still pretty.
Yes, you are,
Don't get me
boo.
wrong. But, you
She
know,
knows her subconscious is talking to her.
but it's like, like I know where I was before or what I could, look like. And when you become a mother, your body changes on top
Yeah.
of that. And so I just haven't been able to grab in the reins. I start and stop, so I lack consistency. I always have. And so with all of that said, like I think all of that kind of has me feeling stuck, not having another job, like full-time
Yeah.
job. I'm just kind of in this holding pattern. And yeah.
And before I go to the next question, your husband,
Yeah.
what is his view and how is his support about
Yes.
everything that you're going
That
through?
was going to be my question. Yes.
He's very supportive. He, aesthetically, he always tells me that he's still attracted to me. I do the thing of, do you still think I'm pretty? Yeah, like, do you still want to sleep with me? Like,
Yeah.
I still
Do
ask
you
those
do
kind
that
of questions.
jokingly, or you just need a little validation?
I need a little validation sometimes
Okay.
because I think I know, like, but it's nice to hear it,
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
but as far as financially goes, he's definitely super supportive. I have a skill in baking. I bake cakes and stuff like that, so he'll support me whenever I do like farmers markets or little hustles here and there. He's even said that he doesn't necessarily want me to work a full time job, especially because of maintaining all of Nazir's activities and
Yes.
therapies and stuff. But also, he always wanted it to be that if I wanted to work, I work, or if I did like gigs on the side, because he knows I innately am very independent and I want to have my
Yeah.
own accolades, the whole 9 yards. So I don't think I was ever not going to want to work.
Mm.
Even if he was a millionaire, I still want something of my own.
Mm-hmm.
So he's
Yes.
very supportive and emotionally supportive as well. He'll sit and listen to me, or if I send him a long memo at work complaining, he'll say, sometimes he might be dry and be like, I'm sorry that happened to you. And it feels like I'm talking to a chat GPT, but I know he's also at work, So after I get out of my feelings about that, it's like, at least he said, I'm sorry that happened to you. That's him trying to validate my
Yes.
Yeah.
feelings. So,
Yeah.
very supportive husband.
You're so fortunate indeed.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
are
am.
you are
I
10
am.
steps ahead of most women in
Yes.
this country. I got to
Mhm.
put that out
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Just had to
yeah.
put that out there.
Yes, no, I recognize that. I
Yeah.
love him. I want to be with him in this next lifetime, and the next, and the next, and the next after that,
Oh, so
because
that says a
he's my
lot because actually
Mm-hmm.
what I'm actually seeing in visually in my third eye is that you guys are soulmates, and I see it as um like Lego pieces that energetically you, him, and even your son have all
Yes.
came together in this lifetime to learn lessons from each other and to work out things, and you
Mm-hmm.
are the center of it all. They came here to help you.
Mm-hmm.
wow,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
wow. Okay,
They came here to help you. So we have to figure out what you need help in.
So before we do that,
Yeah.
one of the key questions, because one of the things I need for our viewers to understand, and our clients, we always ask them this question because you are not alone in this universe. A lot of people feel like God just dropped you here and you're supposed to figure it out on your own. You do have a spiritual team around you. You have
Mm-hmm.
a spirit guide. You have angels. And so what happens is they whisper in your ear. They give you signs. They give you all kind of clues. And most of us throw that information in the garbage. And so 99% of the time, you don't even need a therapist or you don't need intuitive life coaching. You got the answers right
Yeah,
there,
that's true.
but you're choosing not to see it. And it's not just you. I'm talking to the audience as well. So your assignment was to tell me what messages have you been receiving from the other side?
yeah. So I've been seeing. First of all, recently I've been seeing the numbers 555. I've
Okay.
Wow.
been seeing that in the
Mm,
last 2 weeks.
okay.
And then I always dream. I have a lot of dreams. I do believe that's how God speaks to me, or one of the many ways He speaks to me in dreams, and He speaks to me through confirmation through scriptures, like,
Okay.
or just verbiage, like someone will say something, like our conversation the other day, Keisha, when I was
Yeah.
complaining about Nazir not taking the amoxicillin for his ear infection,
Yes.
and and you confirmed it. What I went to go do, I heard
Yeah.
to say, go get the juice. We got the juice. You confirmed it on the phone for me. Guess what? He's drinking the juice with
See?
the amoxicillin.
So that was a message they gave you. And you
So
followed them.
yes. So definitely, that's why I definitely listen to you when you tell me things. And but on the negative side of things, I have been experiencing a lot of things of confusion, like us trying to get started today. I've seen some blackbirds in the last couple of days.
Okay.
um I haven't had any negative dreams per se.
And before we move on, in regards to your career, have they given you any messages in regards to your career path?
The one through you that they
Okay.
shared, which
Yes.
was in a nutshell that I need to pursue event planning, like as a vendor, I guess, so to speak, to
Yes.
others, and just team up with people in different locations.
Mm-hmm.
And so that I can just use my services wherever I want to go. And my husband really backed that up too. He said, you know, that's exactly what I wouldn't mind you doing if you just traveled a couple times a year or like
Yeah.
4 times a year. Each season, you have like something big that you can go and do and bring back, you know, income that way. So that
Yes.
that is
And
one message that I've
I
heard,
gave
as
you that
well
message.
as, oh,
Oh, go
go
ahead. No,
ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead. Because I want to ask you, when was that message? 2 months ago? Was it
I
about
think
2 months
so.
ago?
I think, yeah, probably about two
Okay.
months.
All right. And did you believe in the message?
I did.
Like, okay.
Did
Okay.
I
Good.
act on
Good.
it? Not too much. I believed in it though, but
Okay.
and I started listening to podcasts about like event planning, like just being
Okay.
more savvy with what I already have in mind. And then I think I was waiting on something to happen with this the other company that I had been working with in Vegas and Atlanta, and then that didn't. It actually kind of fell through for good now. So I was like, oh wow! So now it's really like done.
Okay.
So I think I just shrunk back to that whole thing of I gotta find money fast. I gotta find money fast.
Yeah.
And I kind of left that on the back burner.
Okay. Okay. And what's going to happen is with this plan for you in regards to career, when Janine and I work with you with your life coaching package, we're going to help peel back the layers so that you're able to move forward, because what's happening with you, you're having a failure to launch episode, or a chapter or a book, because it's been for a while. So that's where Janine and I come in.
Correct.
Yep.
So I just want to step in and say something. Since one of the philosophies that we again tap into is the philosophy of David Hawkins and people understanding the vibrational scale, I just want to make this real for you and bring to your attention. And I'll show it to you later, or I'll bring it up on the screen actually, so that way the audience can see it. Um, Vibrationally, you are vibrating between fear and courage.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So fear, just to put this into perspective, vibrates at 100 and courage is at 200.
Mm.
So this is why you're stuck, because you keep resonating at 100 and we have to get you past 100. So fear surfaces around the emotions of sadness, regret, and depression.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you're
Mm.
stuck.
Yeah. Yeah. And chronically.
You chronically.
Chronically.
That's
So
exactly. That's your
yeah.
chronic vibrational state. And we have to get you
Mm.
past that. We have to get you to courage. Courage is 200. So we have to get you at a level of empowerment where life is exciting.
Yes.
So we have to understand the key points in your life, those things that got you stuck. Where did it come from? What we have to dig into the shadow work of that.
Yes. And we can peek into that because we talked about that. Because I told you I was taking a shower and I asked the others. No, I didn't even ask them. They just said to me high school. So I
Mhm.
assumed it was bullying. But when I asked
Mhm.
you, I said, they're telling me high school that this stemmed from, because I was trying to figure out, okay, is this something from your childhood, like meaning like a little kid? Or, what part of your life did this happen? And they said high school. So when I spoke to you on the phone, you confirmed that something major happened to you in high school. And then you said you was willing to share that.
Yes. So in high school, towards the end of right before graduation, I was invited to a honors ceremony. So I knew I was getting like an award for graduating with honors. And I had a lot of friends like of different kinds of education levels or whatever. And then you know everybody. I wasn't super popular. I was like right in the middle, super comfortable, knew everyone kind of thing throughout high school. And so I think I had a perception of certain kids that may have been goofballs or super popular or whatever, that didn't seem like they were really paying attention to their education or their future as I thought they would have. And when I went to this ceremony, it was like an award ceremony for scholarships, for excelling, you know, all different kinds of stuff. And I just saw countless people that I didn't even know were really like class class clowns, everything, that were getting scholarships with sororities, fraternities, um, educational ones. academic ones, not just athletic ones. And I just kept shrinking and shrinking and
Mm.
shrinking more and more. And I don't know why that happened to me, but I just really shrunk. And by the time they got to the end, that's when they gave out the honors pins. And when I got the pin, I just felt so low.
Mm-hmm.
I think the guy I was dating at the time, he got a bunch of scholarships too. I didn't even know. I was like, what? Who? Like nobody
Like
told
where?
me. Like
Yeah.
I didn't apply for any grants or scholarships for college. So I just was really like green when it came to all of that. And I just felt dumb and like I missed a lot of opportunities, like I wasn't as well rounded as I thought I was. And it started a cycle of
Shame.
comparison.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And see, now I'm going to open up something else. This is where shame stepped in. So,
Mm,
vibrationally, shame is the lowest vibration that you
Mm-hmm.
can encounter on the vibrational scale. David Hawkins says that it's close to death,
mm,
right?
mm,
Absolutely. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
People actually feel, and they fall into a sunken place. So you
mm,
don't know that you're there. And that's why people feel stuck, because you'll have these moments that put you into shame, and it's almost a soul death
Yeah.
that will keep you vibrationally so low, and you don't understand why you sit there and why you can't move forward.
Yes.
See there?
Yes.
mm,
And vibrationally, you see, we told you, we gave you the perspective. You were at 100. Shame resonates at a 20.
Mm-hmm.
wow.
So can you imagine that now when you keep reflecting back into those high school moments, the shadow work, okay?
Yeah.
You keep reflecting into those high school moments that you don't know are sitting there. It takes you vibrationally to a 20.
Yes.
Mhm, mhm,
Chronic. Chronic
And then.
vibrational,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
chronically
Yeah.
vibrationally, you fall into a chronic lowness that sits in you that you cannot move forward. See?
mhm,
That's the problem.
mhm,
Also, too, I need for people to understand. So now, when you're on a chronic low, low vibration on the scale, what happens is that you are wearing a certain set of lenses. So now you and another lady can have the same opportunity, but because her experiences were different from yours, when you both are presented with the same opportunity, because of your shame and your fear, you look at it totally different, and something in you tells you, I can't do it.
Yep.
But
mhm,
that other woman, same opportunity, she may even have the same storyline as you, have an autistic son, a husband that is wonderful. She's going to look at it totally different with her lenses and say, oh, I can do that because, X, Y, Z, I have all of these tools at my, afforded to me. So I'm going to accomplish this. So that's where Janine and I come in, because we have to help you change your
Change
set of
your
lenses.
lenses.
Because I tell my kids all the time, from now until you end up in your grave, the casket, you will always have obstacles, always.
Mm-hmm.
So that's never going to change. But what can change is your perspective on how you look at things. But the way, and the problem with society today is people are on social media and they seeing these, the mantras and manifest. And so those are just like, those are tools that are temporary. You have to do shadow work first before you can go manifesting these great things.
Correct.
And that's where people keep failing the race.
Yes.
And then they feel worse.
They do.
So they keep falling back to shame, because it's like, how come I can't? What is everybody else doing that I'm not doing
Mm-hmm.
to move forward? But the thing is, you have to clean your garden out.
You do.
You got to do the shadow work. We got to clean you out, and then we can replant your soil and your flowers and your new seeds and move forward. And then by that point, the lenses hopefully will change.
And like you
Yeah.
always say, you can manifest at every level.
You do. You do.
And what that means is you can be vibrationally low and still manifest. But as you see here, you will manifest at a low level. That's
Yes.
why you think that everything around you is bad. You're
Yes.
manifesting bad things. You're looking through lenses. Your lenses are they're dusty.
Yes.
We have to change these lenses and look at life in a totally different perspective.
Yes.
That's why you have attracted the partner that you have and the son that you have. Energetically, you have. You've created different challenges, but guess what? These challenges, don't have to be as bad as you think they are.
Definitely.
You are an amazing mother.
Mm-hmm.
Now start believing it. You
Yes.
have attracted a beautiful husband that women wish they had.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And he's
Yeah.
so supportive of you.
Yes.
He will support you in every endeavor of your life.
Yeah.
But you have to start believing it.
Yes. And you deserve that. You deserve it. A lot of people feel like, well, how did I get him? Or, how did, so you have to understand that you deserve the best in life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, too.
I have to say, it's funny. I always talk about this with one of my best friends, how I feel like with my career, it's like having a bad boyfriend. I
Okay.
have stayed in situations or not like elevated or whatever because it was safer or whatever, or it was the devil that I knew. And whereas some friends I have had issues with partners, my partner has been my career. So when you say like I deserve Dennis, like I never felt like I didn't. I never felt like I didn't
Good.
deserve like the
Okay,
husband that I
good.
got because I
Right.
knew what I from a young age I knew like what I was gonna deal with and what I wasn't gonna deal with. And
Right.
like when he came into my life and as we got to know each other the whole 9 yards, like I knew it was ordained by God. And so I'm not, it's like I always wanted to be a mother, I always wanted to have a husband, I also always wanted like my own thing, my own career, I always wanted to shine, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. But I will note
Mhm.
too that you had a great family foundation
Yes.
because I know your family and you have a beautiful mother, father, brother, beautiful family. So you saw that growing up. And that's why, unfortunately, a lot of people have broken homes and they don't have these examples. So you already knew what to look for. So
Yeah.
that's why it was already predestined for you, so to
Yes.
speak. It was, you had that example. That's why you were able to attract this amazing man.
Mm-hmm.
So you had a good start.
Also too, when it comes down to Nazir, to piggyback off what you were saying, how they both, all three of them came down here together. For God to entrust you and your husband with Nazir and his diagnosis, that's an honor
Mm-hmm.
because God felt that you both were strong enough
Yep.
to handle that situation. So that's looking at it from a different set of lenses.
I totally agree.
And so, and I know you feel that way. It's just you got to just clean the glasses a little bit better
Yeah.
to understand that sometimes you have to put certain things on the back burner because this was an assignment by God.
And think about this. Nazir is so loving. He's just waiting for his mama to get it together. That's all.
Yeah.
That's it.
Also, too, when you come here, because we're going to do the quantum healing with us, the QRHT, quantum restorative hypnotherapy technique. You're going to come in hopefully next month to do that. We can also take you to the lifetime that you, Nazir, and Dennis were in before to see how that contract came about. So that's going to be, it's going to be fun. Like me and Janine love stuff like that.
And
like
interesting.
And interesting. Yes, yes, yes. So now.
And find out where this karma came from too.
Yes.
Yeah. Why did you assign this challenge to your lifetime?
Mm-hmm. You want another child?
Yes.
Okay.
A girl.
Okay.
I'm gonna be specific.
You know what? Listen, I read something yesterday. They said, stop being ashamed to ask the universe what you want. They said the universe is not on a budget. So I love that. Like just ask the universe what you want. So let's pray for your little girl. So it's really imperative that you have this life coaching package with us, because what we don't want to happen for you is you get your other child and then now you're in a sunken hole, because from experience, I know that if you're feeling at fear and shame, just imagine bringing another kid into your life with a chronically low vibration. It's not a good recipe.
Yeah.
That's a recipe for disaster. So we want to clean you up. Also, too, what I liked what you had told Sparkle in her session on the show was that patience and knowing that when that the bus will come back around,
Mm-hmm.
you just gotta wait and understand that
Wait on timing.
wait on timing. You
Yeah.
gotta have a little patience.
Yes. Universal
Yeah.
law. Well, universal laws, of time. We just have to wait for that time to come back around. You might have just missed the boat,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
and it's okay. That's just how the universe works. So we just have to wait for that time period to cycle back around, and the universe will open itself back up for us.
Yes.
But a lot of it is perfection. And the universe is doing it as a favor to ourselves. And you have to remember that the universe is giving us time to work on ourselves too.
Exactly.
So we want to work on you, help you work on yourself, because honestly, we want you to vibrate past the level of courage. That's the ultimate goal.
Definitely.
We prefer you get past the level of courage, which we know is 200. We want you to balance better than that, which is neutrality or beyond, and even get to maybe even love.
Yes.
Because love is even better than that. I mean, love is the ultimate.
Yeah. And joy and peace and all
joy
that.
and peace. Love is
Yeah,
500.
that's what I've been praying for. Joy.
Yeah.
Joy.
Oh, I'm glad you
In
said
fact, when I
praying.
did
So
my yoga this morning, that's what I was asking for. Joy.
Oh,
When you
good.
said
So
Good.
you're already starting some amazing tools.
do you I know you pray, but do you meditate?
I could meditate more. I could
Okay.
meditate more.
Because prayer is talking to God and meditating is listening to God.
Yeah.
And this is for everyone to understand. According to Matt Frazier, he said that 21 days is like the mark where they see that you're he didn't say it like this, but he said 21 days. And what it is that once you pass the 21 days, the veil around you of forgetfulness will start thinning and the messages will start flowing. So they said that everyone's meant to be a psychic medium. Everyone. You don't have to go to someone to get the information, and you're already getting messages. So everyone is afforded that gift. So if you can just utilize prayer and meditation, your relationship with your team and God will become stronger, and favor will become more intense. I have one thing. So the other day I was asking them, what do you want me to tell Anna? When it comes down to you and Dennis, a lot of times people who have children have a tendency to stop giving each other affection.
I literally was just thinking affection when you said, wow.
That's the twin flame effect.
That's crazy.
So what happens is when you first meet your boo, y'all are all booed up. You're doing all kind of crazy stuff, and sexually you're having a good time. Then that baby comes, and this is for everybody. It's not just for Anna. This is for everybody because people need to understand this.
Yeah.
The baby come, the kids come, and your love language changes. And so the love language you had in the beginning starts fading. And they need for you to understand and everyone else to understand that have small children in their marriage, that be very careful because as the love language changes, one day you're gonna wake up and don't recognize one another. And then you're gonna be like, well, how did this happen? Like, I really don't like you. Like, when did this all happen? You ever see couples that you're like, how did y'all meet? Because y'all clearly don't like each other. Like, what happened that y'all went from lovey-dovey, having sex every day, now you barely have sex. You might have sex once a year, if that. So so the transition between that, and this is what they said. They said your love language changes.
Yeah.
And you have to be very careful. So I have a coworker, and I'm gonna give her a shout out. Her name is Alex. She does a thing with her husband. The other day I saw her and she had some nails on. I said, oh, you got your nails on? She said, no, these are press-on nails. She said, and I'm doing it for date night tonight. She said twice a week she has date night in the house and date night out the house every week. And it's been going on and they only been married for like 4 years. And she said that's a rule with her relationship. They had to have date night. Now I know with Nazir it's a little harder, but you got to have date night when he goes to sleep, or if you get somebody to watch him. You guys got to have a date night once a week. You have to.
Yeah.
Because your love language.
That's more than just watching Stars or Netflix. No. It's funny that you say that because he wants to take me on a date tonight, and I was like, okay. He wants to take me on a date tonight because he about to go away. for days with his friends. So,
Okay.
so he's gonna take me out on a date tonight, and then he also wants to go away for our 5th anniversary. And that's
Okay.
what
And
I
so
said.
they give me that
So
message.
that is
And
something
yeah,
that is at the forefront of my mind for our relationship.
Okay,
yes.
good. And especially since you have been having some, issues with self-confidence, it would be good for you to
Yes.
invest into that a little bit more. And then also, I want you to consider it, also play the part a little bit too when it comes to you building your confidence, and
Yes.
also thinking about the role or imagining yourself being independent as your own company or your own business. Because ultimately,
Okay.
that's where we would like to get you. Because I feel that you would be
Mm-hmm.
best in your own creative space too. That
Hmm.
was resonating with me when you were talking, and we definitely want to tap into that more
Mm-hmm.
as we do some more work with you. Because again, I know you personally. You are the extremely creative individual,
Thank
and
Mm-hmm.
that's
you.
where you need to be, girl.
Yes, yes. And
Thank
I've seen
you.
you in action. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this woman does not play. So if you need her help, like you take charge. I remember like I was helping you with an event one time and I was walking around with a chicken wing in my mouth, taking a quick, and you came up to me and asked me like a direct question. I was like, I don't know. You just like, I'll figure it out myself. But I knew it was like you was all about business at that point, because whatever event we were at and I was helping you with, you were like, I got to make sure my client is happy. So you made sure that the event went well. So, but I was like, wow, like, and that was my first time seeing you in action. I was like,
Oh,
ooh,
wow.
okay, boss.
Yeah.
Because you younger than me. So when you were like, you kind of like, I was like, oh, okay. So you got it. You just got to believe in yourself and peel back some layers and clean out that garden.
Yeah.
So we could get those vibrations high.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But it's just about playing the part. And it's not to say that you obviously don't look beautiful today, but
Yes.
because you verbalized it, I just want you to put it in the forefront of your mind, even if it's just about journaling and expressing yourself on the days that you don't feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Write down what is it that is triggering you in those moments, or doing positive affirmations and putting sticky notes on your mirror every day, reminding yourself about how amazing you are, and the steps that you need to take in order to move forward in your life.
Definitely,
All right.
definitely. I'm glad you said
Okay.
trigger. So that's
Yeah.
going to be your assignment.
Okay. I'm
In a
writing
book,
it down.
yeah, in a book, pay attention to what triggers you, because a lot of times we don't even know what triggers us.
We don't.
So pay attention to that. And if you like, oh, that triggered me, write it in your book. So
Yeah, it could have been a key word that might have happened, that someone might have said that may have obviously set you off. Write those down in your journal. Don't overthink them, no.
Yeah.
But just note that those might have been words that may have taken you to a sunken place.
Definitely.
I'll tell y'all
Definitely.
one right now, real quick.
Okay.
What's the word?
What's the
What's the
trigger?
key
What's the
word?
trigger?
Pineapple.
So I had an event with this group that I'm a part of, this social group that I'm a part of, and we had to wear all white, and we were going to a winery, and I am part of the planning committee, so I already feel like how I feel, like I told y'all, and I was able to find a dress in Nordstrom Rack with my husband. He was like, "You don't have to order stuff; you could get stuff in the store." I'm like, "No, I'm too big now. I can't be." He was like, "Come on, let's go see." And he still allowed me to order something too. But I found a cute dress. I felt good about myself. Blah blah blah. The dress had like a dress, and then inside it was like see through, and then in the inside it was a slip. So I get dressed, I'm ready that day, and we had to catch a bus to go to the winery. It's way out. So I'm rushing to get ready, and I put on the dress, and I learned that they didn't put the slip in the bag. That
Oh
just set me off
no.
because I was
Okay.
like, what am I going to wear? I feel fat. I already, I'm be with these younger people. Like I already have low self-esteem. Like I went into that whole gamut of like, what am I going to do? Screaming, all that, throwing stuff. And then, I thought about, I was like, let me ask my mother-in-law if she has like a white slip. And she had one because the whole outfit, everything was white. So I put on the white slip and I found another top to go inside and I left. But like that whole time while I was going off, I was like, I can't do this for too long because I gotta go and I'm gonna miss
Yeah.
the
Yes.
bus if
Yeah.
I keep living in this traumatic state of why is things not working out for me? And that's like what it is when things are
Yeah.
like kind of go left out of nowhere. Like that's very triggering for me.
So you go from like 0 to 100.
Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned that because David Hawkins talks about that. He said, you know, in order to raise your vibrations, because like I said, there's always going to be obstacles. Instead of
Yeah.
reacting immediately, you have to think and handle it.
Mm.
And so in that case, and you're not the only one, because I know I've had many of those moments. So I think that's one of the major keys for people is to understand that everything you come across, think and handle it. So thank you for sharing that great example because many of us go through that. And anxiety comes up, you know, you had high anxiety, you had anger.
Yeah.
You had all of the low vibrational stuff on the scale. So
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna get into that definitely behind the scenes. Yeah.
before we go, there was a question I was going to ask you, and you kind of answered it, but I'm going to ask you anyway. So, where do you see yourself in a year, and where do you see yourself in 3 years?
Okay. In a year, I see myself, with a daughter, whether it's in my belly or
I hope she's
or,
as
or
cute as
she's
you.
out of my belly. Added to, with the daughter added to our bunch,
Yeah.
and making steady income to contribute to my family and savings. And in 3 years, I see myself back in physical and mental shape, finally, and hopefully way before the 3 years.
Yes.
But and then doing work that I love, and me and my husband and our kids in our own home. We currently live with my loving in-laws who are a part of my great supportive community. So living in our own home and back to my confident self.
Okay. Excellent.
These are
Excellent.
reasonable goals.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't want to project onto you, but
Okay.
I really see a lot of a really great positive outcome for you. I
Mhm.
do. I don't think it's as bad as you perceive it. Obviously, I'm not living in your sunglasses in your eyes,
Mhm.
but I know we can get through this.
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
hang in there.
Yes.
How do you feel after this session? I know you had some tears, but how do you feel after all of this?
I feel confirmation.
Yeah.
And I feel a little more like clarity when you say that we all three, me, my son, and my husband, were all meant to. I mean, I wouldn't guess that we wouldn't be together, but um in past lives, I feel like I want to explore that more. So I
Yeah.
feel a little bit of wonder about that. And I feel a little more direction, especially when you guys said what I'm vibrating at, and
Mm-hmm.
how, because I'm vibrating at that level, how it affects my outlook on life.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, definitely want to work on that because I don't want to live in that space. I like to be joy filled, not
Yeah.
Yes.
fear
Yes.
filled. And I have
Yes.
been fearful for some time. So I look forward to digging deeper into that and why with you
Yeah.
guys for sure
Mhm.
going forward.
Yeah.
And you're going to find that once your vibration is not chronically low anymore, that you'll be able to sit right in that room that you're in right now with a cup of coffee and be happy,
Yeah.
doing nothing. See, a lot of times people try to find different things to keep their vibrations high. But people must understand after you do whatever activity that is, you go right back down to feeling miserable. So those are pseudo lights, pseudo
Yeah.
vibrations. So
Definitely.
so we're teaching people that how to live a life where I don't care how plain it is, that you have joy and peace. And everybody's trying to attain joy and peace and love.
They are. They
So
are.
and that's what we're gonna do for you.
I just want to say one quick thing that kind of resonated with me about your son. I find it interesting that he's not able to express verbally that he loves you and that you have to figure out that he loves you. I'm picking up that there's some karma there.
Mm.
Yeah, that you
Okay.
have to figure out he loves you. There's a karmic debt that's there.
I have to tell you, when he was a baby, I dreamt him being a little older. It was probably around the time that I was suspecting that he may be autistic. I dreamt him a little older, sitting up in the bed and saying, "Mommy, I was in the wilderness. Mommy, I was in the wilderness. I just needed you to like come pull me out." And that dream always like stuck with
Ooh,
me. And I knew we were like, when that happened, like, oh shoot, we about to be on
Oh
a journey.
yeah. See, I have straight goosebumps right
Me
now.
too. And I want to cry.
Yeah.
So, you
there's
know,
something
yeah.
there.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I have a lot of goosebumps.
All over my body, yeah.
So we're gonna have to figure that
Oh,
one
I can't
out.
wait for your quantum healing.
Yeah.
Your quantum restorative
hypnotherapy
technique.
This is gonna be good. So thank you, Anna, for coming on the show. I'm so proud of you. Yeah.
Will you come back after? Will you come back after you get your
and give us an update?
your QRHT? Perfect,
Absolutely.
perfect.
Sounds
All
good.
right, perfect, perfect. We might need to do like a I don't know,
A part 2?
part 2 and 3.
A part 2?
Yeah, because we after the life coaching, and then we'll see, or maybe we
we'll
intermingle
discuss.
it. Yeah.
To be continued.
Yes.
Well, tell everybody how they can find you when you become big, lady.
Okay. You can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Glamourworks. So that's spelled GLAMAWORKS.
Wonderful.
I love glamorous things, and I was like, oh, it's like fireworks.
I love
Glamour.
it.
That's
I
before
love
they
it.
started calling grandmas glamours. But
Yeah.
anyway.
And I have a question for you. If someone in the audience like needs something right now, and like say they're in California, would you be able to at least direct them in the right direction?
Absolutely. You can reach me by email via glamourworks@gmail.com. That's actually the name of my business.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Good stuff.
Yes,
good
yes,
stuff.
yes.
So thank you so much, Anna, for coming on to the show. And again, audience, if you are interested in raising your vibration, make sure you hit us up.
Yes.
By all means, please, our information will be in the description box below. And if you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you
Press that
subscribe.
button below.
Hit that button. Yes, follow us, all that
Yes.
good stuff, because we need everybody to come along, join the ride, because your vibrations is essential to life and raising the consciousness of the world, because this is where we are. This is what we do.
Exactly.
Twin Flames. This is what we do.
That's what we do, boo.
Yes. So thank you, everybody. Make sure you come back and join us again for the next episode of Twin Flames Fix My Vibe. And if you don't know, make sure you understand that God is love. Love is the highest frequency. And go and find the God within.
Amen.
God bless. Mwah.